I figured it out. Size matters. And it's the best news ever. If we go back to my teenage years, I had a slight complex. You see, I was this church kid that wanted to be cool with my school friends. I was a lonely musician that just wanted so desperately to be in a rock band. I was skinny, chubby, we call it scubby, that wanted to play football but was always too scared to try out because every year that went by, the kids on the football team got better, making the gap feel further and further. And of course, as a teenage dude, hormones were high, and every cute girl felt out of reach for a guy like me. The gap between how I saw myself and who I wanted to be was even worse than the terrible acne that I couldn't get rid of. You see, I wasn't exactly sure how to fit in or become the me that I wanted to be. Come to find out later in life, apparently pretty much every teenage guy goes through this phase. A struggle between your current self and the better, cooler, stronger, more attractive version of you. Whether it be having six-pack abs and cannons for arms, a huge group of friends, or even an eggplant emoji that you're proud of. It's true. Size matters, but not in the way we've all thought. Hey guys, it's Evan, and I'm obsessed with the process of building a better life on my own terms through solopreneurship. I started as a self-taught email marketing freelancer, and I've been able to build a successful six-figure business in just a few short years. And I'm here to share with you what's worked for me and what I'm currently learning in order to help you go from wherever you are today to living your best life on your own terms. If you enjoy entrepreneurship, personal development, and tips on creating a better life, hit subscribe and hit the like button. Now let's get back to it. You've probably heard the saying, it's not about what you have, it's about how you use it. And of course, this can apply to lots of different contexts, and I know what you may be thinking, but it goes beyond that as well. This, my friend, is universally true. It's what I call a foundational truth, something that applies to nearly every situation or circumstance you find yourself in. When you're young, you don't know better. But as I got older, I quickly began to realize that personal development starts with reshaping how you see yourself to be more in line with reality, and not so much influenced by mood or insecurities. If you want to live a life that you're proud of and accomplish every dream that you ever had, then you need to pay attention to the little things. Funny enough, the quiet voices tend to speak the loudest truths that we often need to hear. And most importantly for today, aim for small. What I mean by this is focus on little wins, little achievements. Set little goals that propel you toward your big dreams, and then even tinier tasks as stepping stones to accomplish those goals. Here are 4 reasons why focusing on the small is a good thing. Number 1, small wins can come quickly. For example, making your bed in the morning, or learning a new guitar chord. Maybe you're at the beginning of learning the guitar and you just really want to be able to pick it up and play some of your favorite songs that you listen to on the radio. Instead of trying to take on the whole song and learn all the chords, all the melody lines, while understanding the instrument itself, maybe focus on learning one new guitar chord. That's something worth celebrating because you can build upon that. Reason number 2 is that little wins can give you the boost of confidence that you need to keep going. Like the example of making your bed. You do that first thing in the morning, and that is a small win that will propel you with confidence into what that next obstacle may be. And I know it sounds so small and minuscule, but there's a guy named Jordan Peterson, which many of you definitely have heard of, and he actually talks about this as one of the foundational rules. Make your bed. Basically focus on cleaning up your own life before you go out and try to accomplish these big things and take on the big guys. Little wins give us the boost of confidence that helps us keep going. Reason number 3 is celebrating small wins trains your brain to enjoy and appreciate the little things. And if you're able to start practicing this little gratitude exercise, it's just gonna rewire you to appreciate life in a different way. To find yourself smiling won't require some sort of big, extravagant thing. You can smile at the little things. The fact that the clouds move out of the way and the sun starts to shine through. The way that the sun reflects off of the trees. And a bonus with this one is that it's also gonna make you more likable, since people tend to prefer positivity. We've talked about this before. People run towards strength. It's a magnet for us. We want to follow people that are leaders, that are strong, that are determined, that are focused, and importantly, that are positive, that can have a good attitude even when things are going tough. Celebrating small wins, you're gonna retrain your brain and it's gonna make you more likable in the process. And lastly, reason number 4 is that small wins lead to big change. That's the whole idea here today. This thing called the compound effect. And for example, the snowball rolling down a mountain. So you make a snowball with your hands and it's about baseball size, right? And you're at the top of a really, really long hill. You get that thing rolling. As it's going down the mountain, it's going to pick up more snow. It's going to grow in size. It will start to pick up speed as it rolls down the mountain. And in our life, these small wins lead to that big change. The wins from today stack on the wins from tomorrow, stack on the wins for the next day. And now you're set up to leverage those small wins for even bigger accomplishments in the very near future. It makes life very exciting and it can take off quickly for you. All of these suggestions are stemming from some sessions that I've recently had with my business coach involving goal setting. Something that he was kind of sharing with me is that when you're developing a list of goals, the actionable tasks that will get you there fall into one of two categories. The first category is habit-based, where, for example, for me, writing 60 to 90 minutes every single day, at least Monday through Friday. And the second is project-based. For example, for me, I'm trying to optimize this home office for work and content creation because one of my goals is to put out more content. I enjoy it, number one, and number two, it will support my businesses that I've got going and the things that I'm going to start in the future. Optimizing the home office to also be a frictionless place where I can create content without having to move microphones and all of the sound diffusion that you're not seeing that's just right off the screen right now. If I can get this set up and get that project completed, it's going to allow me to accomplish the goal of creating more. And as I got to thinking about this, I realized that we can apply the same exact logic for small wins as well. But here, I think there's three categories. Number one, the project, like I said, studio setup for me. When I get this mic, which you can't see, but it's like right there. When I get that mic set up and it's positioned perfectly and I can lock it in to where it's always gonna be there when I'm ready to record, that's a good thing. That's something worth celebrating. That's one less thing that I have to worry about or deal with every time I want to record a video or record a podcast. The other category is habit, like we talked about with me trying to write more often, because that's where you can turn your ideas in your brain into something that's tangible on a piece of paper or on a computer screen, and then things start to happen from that. You're able to process your thoughts and create value out of that, and that's my aim. And the third category would be results-based wins. These can be small wins. For instance, getting a new YouTube subscriber. That would be awesome. So my question is, are you subscribed? Because I'm ready to celebrate it if you'll hit that button and also tap the like as well. And knowing the audience that's typically here watching these YouTube videos, the community that we're building is full of solopreneurs, side hustlers, freelancers, where you're taking control of your life and creating opportunities for yourself that is in line with who you want to be. Here's some examples for us of what these could look like. Accomplishing priority tasks for the day would be a small win that falls into the project category because you have a to-do list, right? And we need to get those things done. Certain things are priorities and other things, they're kind of second in line, third in line. Celebrate it when you knock out that most important priority for the day. Or waking up before your responsibilities need you. For us parents, I'm a father of two young boys. I've got a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old at the time of this recording. If I can wake up before they wake up, and it gives me a chance to work, to focus, to wake up in a quiet household, which is hard to come by right now in this phase of life, that's something to celebrate. I know it's as simple as just waking up to your alarm clock, but come on, small wins, right? And that would be a habit-based small win because we're trying to do that as repetitively as possible. Or maybe it's getting replies from some cold DMs that you've been sending out on Twitter or Instagram or wherever it may be. That would be performance-based. You accomplish this task that was on your list that you probably didn't really want to do at the time, but now you actually have people replying back. That's awesome. That's something worth celebrating. And if you're in a spot where you're looking to either earn more money on the side or fully jump into a career that gives you more control over your life, watch this next video to see how I did exactly that without even knowing what I was doing. Until next time, peace. I have sweat dripping down my shins. I really need an air conditioner.